Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
You are welcome to Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
The 50th birthday celebration of Akwa Ibom State Governor Sir Godswill Akpabio last year threw up lots of questions regarding governance in Nigeria. The point is, if Nigerians acknowledge that the governor has done so well, and that the rapid transformation of the state in virtually every sector of the economy has become a reference point of development in Nigeria, it follows, therefore, that if this model was adopted nationwide, Nigeria would have made significant progress in her quest to develop. This much was identified by Nigeria's ambassador to Canada, His Excellency Ojo Maduekwe, in a lecture organized to mark the governor's birthday, which he aptly tagged Primal Leadership and the Transformation of Akwa Ibom, an example of Governor Godswill Akpabio. Ojo, who noted that Akwa Ibom has become a metaphor for national development, also identified emotional intelligence propounded by Professor Daniel Coleman of Harvard University as a key strategy Governor Akpabio adopts to achieve success. Emotional intelligence, he explains, is the ability of the leader to harness the creative energies of his people, using their comparative advantage to get optimum results. These are the qualities of a primal leader. A primal leader also listens to the concerns of his people, adopts some of their recommendations where necessary. This gives them a sense of belonging, that they are part of the governing process. Akwa Ibom people have benefited immensely from Governor Akpabio's approach to governance, as the state now enjoys one of the best network of roads in Nigeria. One can drive miles and miles without the fear of running into a pothole. There are street lights everywhere. He has also built a new governor's office, constructed an underground drainage system, bridges to prosperity, and completed the Ibom power plant and many others.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mere arrival of a man called Godswill Akpabio has altered the face of affairs of the state of Akwa Ibom. The greater a leader's proficiency is in connecting emotions, the more empowering and transforming the outcomes can be.
The governor has not left anyone in doubt about his belief in God and conviction in good governance.
It is time for us to know that the only thing that can bring true development is nothing but God. God says God is love. And for me, in 2007, I said, let God's will be done. The will of God for you is progress. The will of God for you is to love one another. The will of God for you is good road. The will of God for you is firework. The will of God for you is 5 brand new general hospital. The will of God for you is independent power plant. The will of God for you is a propaganda. The will of God for you are the stakeholders. The will of God for you is the development of agriculture. The will of God for you is the security and the peace are saying yes. It is well with God.
Akwa Ibom appeared to be our flagship. And we are very proud of the performance of the Akwa Ibom state government. The voting pattern now in Nigeria is based on performance. It's no longer so much of a party situation. People now vote for performance. The government here, Governor Godswill Akpabio, seem to have given a very unique psychological momentum to the people of Akwa Ibom State. There have been governors. It's not like Akwa Ibom has just been discovered. No, it has been in existence. But once in a while, there's an emergence of a star performer, and that's what I believe many people are saying about the state.
The tourism sector has also seen tremendous growth with the coming on stream of the Tropicana Entertainment Center with 6 cineplexes. This place attracts lots of tourists every day, with holiday periods experiencing a boom. Within the complex is located the new 250-room 5-star hotel, now on the 14th floor. There is also the Children's Wet and Dry Theme Park, an up-and-coming event center, and several others. Akpabio's leadership has also given fillip to the transport sector with a beautiful airport, an MRO facility nearing completion. Also, an international terminal building is coming on stream soon. The airport has been branded a Category 2 airport by regulating authorities on account of the state-of-the-art facilities as well as others. It is also noteworthy that the airport has the longest runway in Nigeria, 3.6 kilometers, expandable to 4.2 kilometers.
He has kept faith with the mandate given to him by the people of Akwa Ibom State, and the evidence abound when you go to Akwa Ibom of the impact of his administration. Very, very positive impact of his administration on the life of the people of Akwa Ibom State.
This is a man who has, within just few years, transformed Akwa Ibom State. When we talk about performance, when we talk about delivery, when you talk about services, I think Akwa Ibom Governor stands out to be the best. As far as I'm concerned, we have to celebrate him.
This is one great leader that has shown himself to us in the South in respect of the uncommon transformation of the zone.
Leaders of thought are unanimous in their agreement that the nation has suffered stunted growth on account of bad leadership. Nevertheless, some sections of the country and men have stood up to be counted on the positive side of history, giving hope to their people in a generally despondent situation. This was how Edo State Governor Comrade Adams Oshomele described Governor Akpabio. Adams, known for his uncompromising stand on democracy and a strong advocate for good governance in Nigeria, says Akpabio has exhibited a rare leadership quality uncommon to find within the Nigerian political space. The Edo State Chief Executive further lauded the Akwa Ibom State #1 citizen for judicious use of the state's commonwealth, thereby making a strong case for upward review of funds allocated to states. This, he strongly believes, will provide watershed for accelerated development.
But just to congratulate you and for what God has done in your life and for what God has used you to do in the life of other people, particularly the uncommon transformation that God has used you to achieve in Akwa Ibom State. The truth is, you have made the statement that Nigeria is not a hopeless country. We may not have attained the level that we thought we should be at this point in time. And it is true that there is still a huge gap between our potentials and our reality. But I think the good news is that what you are doing in Akwa Ibom State shows that some parts of Nigeria, some parts are working. And if more parts begin to work, in the end, the whole will work. And I think what Akpabio has done for the Committee of Governors is to make a bold statement and to give the lie to those who think that governors are all the same. They are there to share, to steal, and to underdevelop their people. Let them come to Akwa Ibom State and they will change their mind.
Comrade Oshomole endorsed the uncommon transformation strides of Akpabio to give his people a better deal.
We've had a bird's-eye view of some of the things you've done in Akwa Ibom State. When the chairman said people should pray for you for long life, my attitude is people actually pray for themselves by the kind of things they do and the kind of things they refuse to do. Because really, if we are to be at the mercy of man, only few, and certainly Akpabio might not be the one to be chosen. I think, for example, that no matter what anybody says, those overhead bridges, for as long as they live, Akpabio will be alive. There will be nothing anyone can do about it. Little kids will grow up and they will ask the question, this Goodluck Jonathan Bridge, when was it built? Even your enemy, you say, don't mind him, it was Akpabio. Which one? God's will. So my attitude is, a man writes his own history, and you also say your own prayers in terms of what you do, how you do it, and what you refuse to do, and why you refuse to do it. I believe Akwa Ibom is work in progress. You've actually accomplished what obviously even your enemies can't deny is a common transformation. You have deployed resources to attack those critical areas of infrastructure without which sustainable development is impossible. You've rightly identified that we must build our human capital, which is the most important infrastructure a country needs. You also recognize that we can't deliver on Millennium Development Goal if a lot of the rural communities are not accessible. Because you're not going to be able to post a teacher or even a doctor or a nurse to a village that is not accessible. If you use a helicopter to dump in there, you will escape by bush path. So when I see the roads you have built outside Uyo to various parts of this state, it is very clear that you have laid the most critical infrastructure necessary for sustainable development of Akwa Ibom State. When the Secretary to Government said Akwa Ibom has become the new destination, people may not put much weight on it, but that is the truth. That if we were a country that keeps statistics, the number of people that now come to Uyo, whether they are senators, they are House of Rep members, they are AC governors, they are Labour Party governors, they are retired chief judges of the Federation, they are Sabi ambassadors, past secretaries. Even this gathering says it all. And that is because you have made it possible for people to drive or to fly to this state.
In tandem with the views and opinions of Oshomole, Ambassador Joe Maduekwe is in full agreement.
Emotional intelligence is more about the how of what a leader does than the what. That is why the issue of Akwa Ibom and the change leader and the change agent called Governor Godswill Akpabio is so critical for us as a political elite to begin to wear our thinking cap once more and do that which needs to be done to ensure that this democracy is not taken for granted and as it's sustained.
The monumental achievement of Governor Akpabio in his 5 years plus as Governor of Akwa Ibom State is hinged on his ability to harness the creative energies of the three major component parts of the state, the Ibibio Nation, the Anang Nation, and Oro Nation. Akpabio discovered long ago, according to Ambassador Ojo Maduekwe, that a creature cannot fly with one wing. This style of leadership resonates with the people as he motivates them, inspires them, and listens to them. The motivation the ambassador is talking about could be found in Akpabio's free and compulsory education policy and many other policies and programs of government that have forged an indivisible unity among its people and others residing in the state. For example, both indigents and non-indigents enjoy equal treatment under the education policy. The governor noted quite correctly that if he trains only Akwa Ibom children, leaving out neighbors, they will become a menace in future.
Free and compulsory education in Akwa Ibom State has really helped people, the less privileged ones that do not have opportunity of being in school, the poor people that hug. Since it is compulsory, everybody will have to be in school. So I think it has really helped those that parents could not afford to send to.
Confess, the quality of education is Akwa Ibom State is very good. I am coming from River State, far down interior. Coming down here because of the way I heard about the school. I also thank the governor of Akwa Ibom State for giving us free and fair education, which allow us to go to school even without school fees.
Furthermore, to demonstrate his all-inclusive policy, Ojo cited Akpabio's intervention in the education subsector, noting that he does not discriminate between federal and state-owned institutions. For instance, the governor constructed over 3.1-kilometer internal roads at the University of Uyo, a federal institution, as well as provided other infrastructures for the school to make teaching and learning more congenial.
More than 50% of those who have access to the University of Uyo are from Akwa Ibom State. Why should I allow such a segment of the population to go without education or to suffer? So the reality is that I don't want to care what is federal. What I care about is what facilities are Nigerians using. What facilities are Akwa Ibom people using. You go there, muddy grounds, no road in over 35 years. I went there, I intervened. I tied 3.1 kilometers of internal roads for the university.
Governor Akpabio has successfully interfaced government policies with seeking divine guidance at every given opportunity for continuous growth and peace of the state. This gave rise to the policy of solemn assembly, an occasion where the affairs of the state are placed before God at the beginning of every year for direction. This could be traced to his personal affairs. Little wonder, activities marking his 50th birthday started with God at St. John's Chaplaincy in the Government House. His family prayed together, thanking God for his mercies. If there was any doubt that Governor Akpabio looks up to God, his wife, Her Excellency Kaitu Norma Akpabio, gives an insight.
Your Excellency, what made you what you are today is nothing but God. And then God gave you the grace to realize that education is very important in someone's life. I know how you value education, that's why you provided free and compulsory education for the people of Akwa Ibom and for our children.
A quality leadership no doubt attracts lots of friends. It was therefore not surprising that eminent Nigerians, led by one of Nigeria's finest jurists, Alpha Belgore, chaired the lecture to mark Akpabio's birthday. It is instructive to note that Bulgaria, for this occasion, cancelled his trip abroad because, in his words, there was another occasion of national importance in Nigeria.
I've been coming to Uyo since I was a schoolboy, passing to going to play football in Calabar, Port Harcourt, other places. When I came yesterday, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't recognize many places. If this man at 50 has done this for just a section of the country, we must pray for him to live for a long time. In the service of this country, a person like that is a great asset to this country.
What are other Nigerians saying about this icon of our time? This man who personifies good governance.
He felt accountable to the people. There is no way, absolutely no way, you can owe your position to the people without showing some level of accountability to them. And this is what he has demonstrated. But in addition to that, he has passion. And I say, I join you in bearing testimony to the fact that Akpabio is a combination of what I call the 3 Ps. For me, he has passion, he has good products, and he takes pride in those products.
I have visited Akpabio State about 3-4 times now. Not only to see my friend, but also to share in the vision, to share in the plan, and to contain, not going abroad to see development, but to have come to Primal Leadership.
Travel through Abak, through Ikotet Benin, through Itu, through other parts of the state. And the transformation is everywhere in the state. Primary schools you see on the roadside are all neat and painted and well developed. So it's a massive transformation. And I dare say, not only in the physical development, but in the minds of the people.
For me to come all the way from Ife, for Obi to come and every one of us, it's because of the greatness of the man we are celebrating. We are not celebrating that day, we are celebrating success. It is a good example for all other governors to follow in this country. We are saying government is not moving. Akwa Ibom government is moving. People will say, he has been given so much money, he has a lot of money to play with. He can pocket it without spending it. And nobody will query him. See what he has done. So we should continue to pray for him, his wife, the people of his government, the government itself, and the entire people of Akwa Ibom State.
The avalanche of support and endorsements for the government and the good people of Akwa Ibom State by Nigerians and foreigners from all walks of life underscore the fact that Akwa Ibom State government under Governor Akpabio has and is doing something worthy of emulation. The people are therefore grateful and canvass for continuous support and prayers that their chief executive and #1 citizen, Governor Godswill Akpabio CON, will continue delivering the dividends of democracy for the benefits of the citizenry. The people call it uncommon transformation.